Welcome to Sunday Qigong on Monday. It's been a long time since I've posted anything or joined any of you for a Sunday class on the stoep. Stoep being same name for a veranda, but in South Africa. And I've been away a lot and doing many other things. And I've had a few requests saying, can't we start up with some Qigong again? And yes, I think it's time. So welcome any of you who are returning. I'm going to try and put on more regular posts, but I'm going to keep them shorter so we can do like Qigong fundamentals in sort of 15, 20 minutes. So instead of every now and again doing an hour, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, try and do a 10-minute Qigong snack or a 10-minute Qigong short, sometimes 20 minutes. But to start off, let's just remember that I'm going to mirror image you as we start. We lift up the left hand and the left foot and step out. And then a Qigong salute, Tai Chi Qigong salute. Fist with the left hand, right hand covering it, welcoming, coming in peace and to enjoy the class together. Right, so starting off standing, we'll leave our foot there, just in line with our hip. And we'll start with Qigong standing, Tai Chi standing, same thing, which is an art in itself. Let's look at a couple of the features of it. So initially, feel your feet on the ground. Hopefully you haven't got shoes on, but even if you have, just feel through the soles of those shoes to the ground. Feel your heel, feel the amount of weight on your heel. Feel the pads of your feet and then the toes. Put your toes down and feel the pads there as well. Connecting to the earth, feel as if you're rooting down to the earth. Soften your ankles, your knees. Allow your tailbone to drop down a little. If you're not quite sure where your back is, what you can do is do a little bottom up to the sky and then just tuck in, tuck in, tuck in until your tailbone drops and the lumbar spine becomes long. Come up your back until you get to the level of your neck, and here you're going to just slightly tuck your chin in, which is going to lengthen your neck, your cervical spine, and feel as if there's a star string holding you up to the sky, lengthening your spine all the way down to your sacrum and your tailbone, and from there down to the earth. So feel your head lifted up. So there's space between your vertebrae. Instead of think of your spine as a stack of bricks, think of it as being a string of beads that can move in their spaces in between. Take your shoulders up to your ears and then just drop them down and feel as if there's enough space in your axilla for squash ball, guava, small lemon, something like that. And soft hands, smile on your face. What else do we need to check into? Aha, the groin. Don't let your knees fall in. Knees are straight in front or slightly out. So it's almost as if you're riding a very, very skinny horse. So the Tai Chi posture, the Qigong posture, is the basis of all your moves. We start from it, come back to it. So from the standing, let's think about where we're going to put our hands on the dantian, which is an area just below your navel. And we can put one hand over the other. And when you have your thumb and your index finger open like that, we call that tiger mouth. So we can put one tiger mouth interlaced with the other on the dantian. And this is going to guide us to where we'd like our breath to go. We'd like our breath to soften here and go right down into the belly, towards the belly. So as you breathe in, your hands will come away from your body. And as you breathe out, your hands will go back towards the spine. Just try that a little bit through. Allow your breath to be in through the nose and maybe out through the nose initially. So your breath is just long, slow, and deep. Top of the chest is relaxed. Breath is coming down to the belly. Why is the belly coming out? The belly is coming out because your diaphragm is like an umbrella. As you breathe in, the umbrella opens and it pushes down, and it's going to push all your abdominal contents slightly out. And as you breathe out, the diaphragm goes up, making the lungs smaller and pushing the old air out. And that's going to allow your hands go back towards the spine. So in this position, let's just do maybe 5 or 6 nice long deep breaths. Just get a sense of the breath going down towards the belly area. Maybe you could breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. You rock a little bit through the feet, that's fine. Just coming into a nice quiet space. One more. Allow your hands to drop at your side. And you're going to lift your arms up and let them fall. Being aware that your movement is upwards from gravity and then down back towards gravity again. You're moving shoulders, elbows, your hands are coming up last. And when you go down, your hands come down last as well. This is the opening movement of all Tai Chi movements. Tai Chi being the martial form of Qigong. Qigong being the grandfather. Before it was called Qigong, it was called Dao Yin, or just breathing exercise. The name Qigong only came in to common usage in around about the 1950s. That's a story for another day. So at the moment, just being aware you're moving up from gravity and you're going down towards gravity again. Of course, there's a gravitational force that keeps us on the planet, and we're rooting into it with our feet. While you're doing this, feel that your soles of the feet are becoming wider and longer, softening, almost mirroring the softening of your palms as you're doing this exercise. So we've thought about the earth and gravity, and now let's go up to the sky. Realizing this is great big sky. Even during the day, the stars are up there that we're reaching towards and lifting up. Feeling the difference of lifting towards the sky and that huge expanse of air, the universe as we go up, but still being rooted to the earth, keeping you stable, keeping you grounded. Breathing in as you go up, breathing out as you come down. So Qigong is Chinese origin, and man was seen as being between the earth and the sky. Okay, now we're going to do a movement called spinal cord breathing. And this is to enliven the spine. We're going to be bending the spine forwards and backwards. So opening the spine, opening, rounding your shoulders and your elbows, keeping your chin tucked in as you arch back, opening the lungs, space for the lungs in front. And as you come forwards, curl your tailbone down and tuck your chin in, and you're opening the space between the shoulder blades and opening the back of the thoracic cage, opening back of the lungs, the back of the heart, breathing in. Let's do in through the nose and out through the nose, and breathe out. You look at me from the side, breathing in. Keep your chin tucked in, and as you breathe out, you want to bend at the waist. You don't want to bend your hips. We want to keep this movement in the spine. And we're moving. When we do this, we're pumping the cerebrospinal fluid, which nourishes your brain and all your central nervous system, with the breathing and the movement coordinating with each other at the same time. It's beautiful, nourishing exercise for all your spinal nerves and your brain. Now we can go to the side, breathing in and breathing out forwards. Breathing into the side and breathing out forwards. And relax. Arms hang down. All right. Let's think about our kidneys. And our kidneys, we're going to stretch up. My kidneys are sitting just inside of the lower ribs there, more towards the back than the front. Stretching up, make room in the cavities of the bodies for all the different organs there. And then coming down, hands touch your body, and you give your kidneys a little bit of a massage as you come down. And from there, your hands are going to go down the back of your legs, bend your knees, coming up the front of the body and back up again. So Qigong is very much about the health of the organs, the health of the body, and each organ in the body, each system has meridian lines. And when we're doing this exercise, we're enlivening those meridian lines. We are strengthening the organs. And there's a wonderful Qigong master in China called Master Gu, and he says, Qigong is your hospital. You just, by working through all the different meridian lines and organs, you are keeping your body healthy. Rubbing your kidneys, going down. This is your bladder meridian going down the back of the legs. Coming over to the front, you can put your fingers just under your toes. This point they're called bubbling spring, and that's the first point of the kidney meridian, which comes right up the inside of the legs and finishes over here. Let's just do one more big stretch. You can actually move a little bit side to side, get the most out of your stretch, coming down and touching on the ribs, over your kidneys and down, generous bend of the knees, and coming up the inside of the legs. And just maybe a little bit of stirring the stew pot. Okay, let's just do a nice little shake. Shaking is very, very healthy for us. It shakes all the organs, shakes all the bones. Breathing nicely, deeply in and out. In. In. The one in. And relax. To put a slightly wider stance here. This is called horse standing. So don't let your knees fall in, let the knees go in the direction of your big toes there. And depending on your flexibility and strength, you could come right down there, or you could start just where you're comfortable. And that may be with just a very, very slight flexion or bend in the groin there. And hands are coming up. This is a standing posture. We do a lot of standing postures in Qigong. Very strengthening for the body. And this is called tree hugging. Dropping your elbows aren't there, dropping elbows. And while you're in this position, think about breathing into the belly, nice deep breathing into the belly. And if we can, we're going to hold this position for about a minute. And if you're finding it easier and easier, you can bend as you are standing. I'm just going to keep a nice semi-upright posture, just sitting quietly on my horse, because I've got a knee that's not too fantastic. So never hurt yourself in Qigong. Just be mindful of what feels good for you. So breathing into the belly. Again, it doesn't matter if your body rocks and sways. You're just going in and out of balance, and that's very good for your little stabilizing muscles in the body. Just do another 20 seconds. And drop. Walk in a little bit. Shake your feet. And the last movement we're going to do is to do a stretch, a myofascial stretch. And so we think about the fascia around the muscles attaching to the bone, but also thinking about the meridians, particularly meridians. The one we're going to do is called wind and bamboo. And we're going to be thinking about the meridians that come from the side of the foot up the leg. That's going to be your gallbladder meridian all the way up. It comes actually up into the face. And we're also going to be thinking about the posterior deep fascial line of the arm, which is going to be like your triceps and your extensors up to the hand. And we'll do these stretches very slowly, progressing from one piece to the more complicated parts of it. And we will hold each time for about 20 seconds until we feel a little bit of tingling or a little bit of warmth happening in the tissue. And when you feel that, you can do a little bit more of a stretch. So maybe we'll hold for 20 seconds and then try and get a longer movement in the last 10 seconds. So just your normal Qigong standing. And just copy me, just drop your arm, drop your shoulder, and let your head tilt to the side. So we're stretching the opposite side, the neck and down into the shoulder. And that's where we'll start. And just breathe easily and hold that position for about 10, 15 seconds. You might find a tingling in your hand. You might find tingling or warmth in your neck. If you've got narrow discs between your vertebra in the neck, you definitely might find some tingling. Then don't bend your neck quite as much, okay? Don't want to irritate anything. So feel as if your neck is stretched, but your head's going up at an angle. You're wanting a little bit more length. Push your fingers down on this side, same side as your head's bending, to push down a little bit more. You should feel a stretch in your arm there, and come up. Right, to the other side. Drop your arm, drop your shoulder, drop your neck. Don't let your body turn it. Keep your body relatively straight there. But feel that your neck is to the side, but your head's going off at an angle there. And let's hold that, breathing, just feeling what's going on in your body. Where are you feeling tension? Do you feel any warmth? It's like you're a piece of cling wrap and you're just stretching to the end of that stretch without breaking it, okay? And once you feel a bit of tingling or warmth, see whether you can drop a little bit further or take your head a little bit higher away from your collarbone there. And come back. Whew. Okay, we'll do the same thing. We're going to drop down to the other side. You'll see that you're probably coming down a little further already. Drop your head down, but let your head go up at a 45-degree angle. Now your opposite arm is going to come up with a bent elbow. Don't let your arm be forward. Try and get your elbow in line with your shoulder and let your elbow go up towards the sky. And now you should be feeling a little bit of stretch going down into the chest area. And hold that position, still allowing the other side just to drop and hang there. Imagine you are some bamboo in the wind. Your arms going forwards, just bring it back a little bit. Opening up through the shoulder, opening the capsule of the shoulder, especially the back of it. And then coming up. Whoa. Other side. Drop your arm, let your head come over, let your head go up at a 45-degree angle. This arm coming up, bringing your elbow up, Bringing your arm in line with your body. Don't twist, try and keep it neutral there. And lifting your elbow up towards the sky. You might feel quite a stretch in your lat dorsi here, and then in your intercostal muscles as well. One side is probably easier than the other. Easy breathing, holding it there. And breathe in and see if you can take your elbow a little bit higher. Dropping your opposite arms a little bit further down. And slowly coming up. Whew. All right. The last piece we'll add to this is coming on now. So drop again. Head going. Elbow up. And now let the hand come over your head. So if it's going to go, well, you could be holding the edge of a rainbow or something there. So lifting up through your body, creating space in your body. When we talk create space in the body in Chinese, we say we're creating song. Space in the body for the organs, bones. And breathing easily. Notice where you're taking a little bit of strain or stretch, bringing your arm back there. Opposite arm, take it down. See if you can come a little bit higher and a little bit further over. And come down. Ooh. Opposite side, drop your arm down. Bring your elbow up. You may find it easier just dropping your arm to the side here. Easier bringing your elbow up. And now opening up. Hand is soft. In Qigong, we have straight but not straight. We're never going into a straight, stiff position. We've always got a little bit of elasticity in the body. Breathing in and out. Noticing where the tension is. Keeping your knees, your ankles soft. And see if you can go a little bit higher. That stretch could be going right down through your body to your hip joint. Up through the back of the shoulder. Elbow back. And come down. Oh, slowly, 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 and relax. Good. We'll finish off now with a very common movement just called pulling down the heavens. Before we just went up and felt them. So coming up. And we're just sort of smoothing any movement, we talk about chi, vital energy, just our aliveness, just smoothing whatever we've done in the last 10 minutes. So there's not sort of bits of bumpy bits and pieces. So breathing in and breathing out as you come down. Breathing in, out as you come down. And one more breathing in. And breathing out and letting your tiger hands come together, tiger mouth come together over your dantian, which is an area just below your navel, feet together. This is also called wind in bamboo, but it's a standing posture. So closing your eyes here, if you're uncertain about your balance, don't close your eyes, just allow your eyes to drift down in about a 45-degree angle. The old sayings are you let your eyes rest where a cow would sit in front of you. That's as close as you would come, where your eyes would actually land. He'd feel comfortable and you'd feel comfortable there. Right. Just notice how your body shifts, the weight between your feet, your little postural muscles switching on and off because your eyes are closed. Allow your face to soften, maybe your jaw muscles, the back of your head, shoulders drop. So notice the temperature of the room, or if you're outside, the breezes around you. A touch of your clothing. And slowly let your hands drop to the side. Open your eyes. Let your feet go up and down a few times as you come back to where you left off with your life about 20 minutes ago. And we'll finish with a Qigong salute again, using the left fist covered with the right. And thank you for coming to Qigong. And I hope to see you maybe live in a couple of weeks. I am going to be going on a trip up into Namibia, so I won't be personally around for the next month, but I will put a couple of classes on, short ones, so that you can just start and getting into practice. Thank you for